Wesołych świąt. Hello and welcome, cześć, witaj to episode... Steph, is it episode 7?
It is already episode 7.
Oh my god. It's a lucky number 7. So yeah, hello and welcome to episode 7 of From Pierogi to Perfect English. Merry Christmas, Steph.
Merry Christmas, James. Merry Christmas to all of our listeners.
Yeah, thank you for joining us on our 7th edition. I think today we wanted to talk a little bit about Christmas. It seems like the appropriate subject to be exploring today.
Exactly, especially on lucky number 7, a holiday filled with love and prosperity.
Yes, hopefully. So we're recording this on Monday, the 22nd of December. So it's 3 days till Christmas Day. So it's getting close. I know, Steph, you've been busily preparing your family Christmas. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
I know you're panicking me when you say 3 days left. So wish me success to get this pulled together magically. They say always that you love the Christmas magic as a child until you grow up and realize that you now have to be the creator of the magic.
Well, it's a privilege.
I say it jokingly, and it's absolutely worth it. But I have to finish my shopping and try to make as much of a Western Christmas as I can in a hot tropical country.
I imagine it has its challenges. But before we jump to Christmas in Indonesia, what's Christmas in Canada like?
Yes, so like I said, it's definitely not matched with the temperature. It would be a bit of a colder Christmas. Unfortunately, not as much snow as when I was a kid, but as a child, definitely looking forward to a white Christmas. Mm-hmm. Being indoors, going to see all of the Christmas lights in the neighborhood, getting ready, doing all of the shopping, getting ready for a big Christmas feast. But I think our Christmases are pretty similar as England.
I guess so, although Canada's a much bigger country, so I was just thinking about the logistics of kind of getting family together and going shopping and all that stuff in a big, expansive country like Canada. But maybe I'm exaggerating things. No,
you've got an excellent point. Actually, people don't realize the size of Canada. It's different in Europe, where you can drive 2-3 hours and be in a different country. Very regularly, my auntie, who's in the next province, only one province away from us, will make a 16-hour drive to join us for Christmas dinner.
It better be good. 16 hours.
100%. Turkey. We wait all year for our Christmas turkey dinner. Mm-hmm. And that's on Christmas Day. I know for our Polish students, the big affair or big dinner is on Christmas Eve, but in England, is it the same? Is it Christmas Day, or do you guys do much on Christmas Eve?
No. Some people, me and others, are actually out Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve, because some people leave it quite late. So the shops tend to be open till around, about 4 p.m, sort of close a little bit earlier. And lots of people running around trying to gather last minute presents and bits and pieces. But to answer your question, Christmas dinner falls on Christmas Day, the 25th in the UK. I'm wondering if a Canadian Christmas dinner table, sort of looks the same as an English. What sort of things? You mentioned turkey. What sort of other things would we find on a Canadian dinner table at Christmas?
So, of course, firstly, it would have to be decorative and festive. Do you guys have poinsettias as a traditional plant you'd have out at Christmas time?
They're around. I discovered recently that cats are allergic to poinsettias.
Yeah, they're poisonous. My mom can't have them anymore because she's got 2 cats, but most houses would get their Christmas poinsettia to decorate the table. Christmas crackers, is that a thing that you guys do in England?
We do. They're pointless, but we do have them.
They're not pointless. The hats are fantastic, James.
And the jokes are terrible. And you normally get a little tiny useless piece of plastic inside that's going to end up as landfill.
You say that though, but I've had a Christmas cracker keychain. There's a tongue twister. I think I had one for like 9 years or something like that.
You were lucky, I think. You lucked out there, yeah. Yeah, normally you get something like a little penny whistle or something like that, or I don't know, a miniature pack of playing cards, which are so small you can't play with them.
I think I had that more than a few times, or some kind of little small plastic toy, or
yeah. So we've got the centerpiece would be the roasted turkey, I'm guessing. Yeah. Same.
Yes. Right? So turkey or ham, but I would say turkey is probably the bigger go-to, and that's the star of the show, and especially having the stuffing inside. So we fill it full of breadcrumbs, and it cooks in all the juices of the turkey. I personally like when there's bacon and cranberries added. This is the best, and walnuts, the best stuffing. That's actually my favorite part of the whole meal.
I'm a big fan of stuffing, definitely. Yeah. I don't know if we do the walnut thing, but however my mum would make it, probably be like sage and onion, like pretty normal.
Walnut and sausage is actually really nice. Having a stuffing sandwich the day after Christmas is probably better than Christmas dinner for me.
Indeed. And then we get a lot of vegetables like roast potatoes, cabbages, and
mashed potatoes for Canadians, and Brussels sprouts.
Potatoes. Why?
Mashed potatoes, never roast. That'd be a tragedy on Christmas. Mashed.
That's insane.
That's
You've shocked me.
All the gravy. Really, I'm surprised. I didn't think roast potatoes for England.
No, definitely roast potatoes. You'll start a fight if you don't present a big bowl of roast potatoes on the table, I think. Mashed potatoes are popular, but we have them with sausages. That's a different meal. That's what we call bangers
and mash.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of bangers and mash, but definitely not for Christmas.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm open. Brussels sprouts. Do you love them? Do you hate them?
I love them. I know most people think they're gross, but I think if they're cooked the right way, or deep fried Brussels sprouts are really nice.
Deep fried Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
That's the North American in you, surely.
Very. The next dish is also very carrots, but cooked in butter and maple syrup.
So expensive in England, maple syrup.
Oh, you see, that's the benefit of being Canadian. Or not that we have many signaturely Canadian things, but maple syrup is definitely one of them. I think most of ours are similar but cooked different. Let's talk Christmas dessert. What is it in England?
I mean, Christmas pudding, which is kind of a very rich, moist, spongy pudding with raisins, that kind of affair. Often kind of cooked with like brandy, so it's alcoholic. Sometimes some people set fire to it as well. This is one of those puddings that a lot of people don't actually like, but we kind of have to have it. So in a lot of families, I think they'll swap it out for something else. They might like do an apple pie or something else, because generally nobody wants Christmas pudding. Do you have the same kind of Christmas puddings?
No, this is definitely, we don't, I think I've heard of them or I've seen it on movies, but nothing or I've never been to a Canadian Christmas dinner that's had one.
They're really heavy, actually, and after you've had a big Christmas dinner, the last thing you want is a really thick, heavy dessert, but that's what's often provided. The cool thing, though, is it's traditionally, the person making the Christmas pudding would hide a little silver coin, which would be a sixpence. We don't have sixpence anymore, so it's an old coin that possibly a grandmother would donate from their collection, and that would be hidden in the Christmas pudding. And if you found it and you didn't swallow it, that would be very lucky. If you swallowed it, then you'd probably be taking a trip to hospital. So it's a double-edged sword, that one.
This is like the movie Saw. Do you want to play a game at Christmas?
Yeah.
No, we don't. We don't have. This sounds like a lot of fun, though. We have something similar, but we do it on birthdays, not at Christmas for sometimes. Not anymore, I think, for safety reasons.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
Common back in the 90s to hide some coins in a birthday cake as a treat.
It's pretty cool. I like it. I like the idea. Although it'd be good if they could like wrap some notes instead of coins. You know, seems a little bit safer. I would say dessert-wise, we're pretty heavy too, though. Pumpkin pie, apple pie, some
maybe
ice cream,
a cheesecake.
Oh, cheesecake.
Yes, 100%. Ice cream or whipped cream is a must.
What's your favorite cheesecake flavor?
I'm old-fashioned New York style strawberry.
Okay.
Strawberry's my go-to. If I feel adventurous, maybe something with caramel or chocolate.
Okay. Good shout.
Or if you want to be really hybrid for Canadians, would be pumpkin pie cheesecake is all the rage.
Speaking of food,
Yeah.
I was doing a bit of research before this podcast started, before we started recording. And I don't know if you know this, but do you know in Japan, instead of Christmas dinner, they have KFC? Did you know about this?
No, but this sounds hilarious. I mean, it's still a bird. How did Japanese Christmas KFC come about?
It's not as romantic as it as we might like. It came about through a successful marketing campaign, apparently, from a very smart marketeer in the 1970s. But it's grown to the point where, I've got some stats here, something like 3.5 million families
Wow.
place an order with KFC every Christmas. And because the queues are so long, a lot of people pre-order it in November. So
I could get behind this, especially living here, and take out some of the prep time.
I mean, KFC is not as good as it used to be in the UK, but I'm guessing Japan are keeping the standards high if people keep coming back at least every year. It must be good.
Yeah, fair call. No prep work. KFC does do nice mashed potatoes and gravy, though.
They don't do nice gravy. That's a lie.
I don't mind the gravy. I haven't given it a go here in Indonesia, but I like their mashed potatoes and gravy in Canada.
Okay. I mean, I'll accept this. I think pretty much British and Canadian Christmases sound quite similar to each other by the sound of it.
Yeah.
Maybe with a few small differences, but it's coming together on Christmas Day with family, enjoying a big heavy meal, opening. When do you open presents? Christmas morning, the 25th.
So we've always done it. You get one present on Christmas Eve.
Oh.
And it would be something. Usually it's like Christmas pajamas, so you could go to sleep in them.
Okay.
And for my daughter, I throw in a hot chocolate and a little treat so that she can get into the Christmas mode and go to bed very early, so I can panic wrap all of the presents that I haven't wrapped yet.
I like that. It's like spreading the joy over a couple of days.
Yeah, and then the big affair is Christmas morning to see what Santa Claus has brought.
Mm. When you were a kid, I imagine you were like me and had kind of a true belief in the magic of Christmas, like Santa Claus was real. Did you ever believe that? I mean, I did, but maybe not all kids did.
Firmly believed it, but it's a funny story. My mom was a single mom.
Uh-huh.
And she was doing her best racing around, and she put us to bed, but I think we lived in a basement suite on the bottom floor, and she had filled the stockings and eaten the cookies, and then she decided to go upstairs to join the people who lived above's party.
Mm-hmm.
And during that time, my brother and I woke up and thought that Santa Claus ate our cookies and left us nothing.
Oh my God, that's heartbreaking.
She was, now we all laugh at it.
How old were you?
I think I was 7 or 8, which is, it's already pretty much in Canada when the kids start telling other kids at school Santa's not real.
Kids told me that, but I didn't believe them. I didn't believe them until one day I was exploring my parents' bedroom, as kids tend to do. You've got kids. Do your kids do that? Do they go through your drawers sometimes, or not yet?
Oh, no, she's too short. I've locked all the presents on top of a really high wardrobe.
Okay. But does she generally do that? I mean, in general, like sometimes go and explore
100%.
mom's stuff?
She's a
Nosy.
little snoop.
Yeah. Snoop.
You got to be one step ahead of her antics.
Yeah, I remember finding the Tooth Fairy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I remember opening one of my mom's drawers and finding about, 5 or 6 of my teeth wrapped up. Like
Annoying, like some kind of horror movie. Why is your parent holding a bag of children's teeth?
I mean, it immediately dawned on me that my mother was in fact the Tooth Fairy. So,
okay.
Yeah, the mystery was solved.
No, I think for Tooth Fairy we caught her red-handed. My daughter still
really?
very much believes in Santa Claus, and
good.
Indonesian children that hear about it. Most of my daughter's friends and the neighbor kids are 10.
Mm-hmm.
And they've asked me if Santa's real. And they believe this for a fact, that I'm not lying. And he is indeed real. Well, it just means I have a bigger Christmas list of every neighborhood child to get presents for now.
Yeah. There is a Christian population in Indonesia. I think it's around 10%. Is that about right?
Yeah, roughly about 10%. I've got a pretty large Christian community in my area. I just went to church for a Christmas service last night.
Okay. How was that? Was it fun?
Yeah, it was interesting. I didn't really grow up with it, but we were invited and it was really lovely, and it was nice that they included us, and it was interesting to see from a cultural point how Christians in Indonesia celebrate Christmas.
Did anything stand out, or?
To hear all of the traditional Christmas songs in Indonesian was really interesting. So I could only hum along without knowing all the lyrics of "Oh Holy Night," etc.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I found some information about Christmas trees in Indonesia, but I'm not sure if you've seen these. I haven't. Basically, Christmas trees are pine trees, which typically grow in northern climates or colder climates. So they grow well in northern Europe, of course. Indonesia being tropical, don't really have pine trees so much. There are a few actually, but they're expensive and hard to get hold of. So I read about in some communities in Bali, instead of using pine trees to make Christmas trees from, they actually put them together using chicken feathers from their chickens. Have you ever seen one of these chicken trees?
I've not seen one of these, but this sounds like a very Indonesian solution.
It does.
And now it's going to be on my list to hunt for the chicken feather Christmas tree.
I've got a picture here in front of me, and they're different colours, so you can get a white chicken tree or a brown chicken tree.
Send them to me for sure, please. I need to go on the lookout now and see if I come across a chicken feather tree.
Do you reckon they would smell bad, having a chicken feather tree in your house?
Oh, I don't know. I live close to a chicken farm.
And it smells bad, right?
It smells awful. Absolutely wretched. I know we don't get pines, but there's actually a company here in the south of Bali where I am that's importing Canadian pine trees, and they cost roughly 150 euros for one tree.
That's pretty cheap. For an imported tree, that's not too bad.
I don't know. I suppose if you're wealthy, you can have pine. If you are not wealthy, I've picked up an Asian fir tree this year, which is pretty close and slightly smells like Christmas.
Another crazy thing.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's crazy. It's kind of funny. Polish Christmas traditions.
I've heard a few good ones, and a few I want to question our students about.
Yeah, I was talking to one student today about the animals can talk at midnight thing. Have you heard this one?
No, this one is totally new to me, but I love it already.
Right. So it's a old Polish legend, well known. Animals are given the ability to speak at midnight on Christmas Eve in order to welcome baby Jesus to Earth, apparently. So I hear that Polish people will go to church on Christmas Eve, a lot of them, and then when they come home, when the clock strikes midnight, they'll go have a chat with their cat or dog for a bit.
I'm all for it. I'm going to be up till midnight now on Christmas Eve to try to have a chat with my dogs and my cat. I have a few things to sort out with the cat.
Can you video the conversation and post that? I'd love to see that one go down. Maybe we can get your cat on the podcast.
You've got more cats than I have, so I'm curious to see if you'll be having a chat with yours.
My cats don't speak English.
Oh, of course. Have your wife speak to them in Indonesian.
I'm not even sure they can speak Indonesian, but we'll check.
I love this one. I haven't heard of it, and I just heard of one that I don't know how all these years of working with Polish students, I hadn't heard about the carp in the bathtub until recently.
Yeah, I think this one is sadly dying out. Well, not sad if you're a carp. It's probably good news if you're a carp. But I think it's now it's basically illegal to sell these live carps. However, I'm told You can still get them if you really want to.
Okay, all my students said this is just not a thing anymore, or
Yeah.
it's just inconvenient, or no one liked to be the one who had to kill the fish. So I'd love to hear if any of our listeners actually still do this, or know someone, or have a village somewhere where they know that this still happens.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fun. Sticking a fish in your
It
bathtub.
was just one of the strangest things that I'd ever heard, I think.
Well, I've got a good strange one. If we go away from Poland for a second and travel north to Iceland.
Okay.
I don't know much about this, but I found it's kind of spooky. It's called Iceland's Yule cat. The name of the cat is hard to say. It's like Jólakötturinn. Anyway, it's a giant cat, and I mean giant, like bigger than your house. And apparently it eats people who don't receive new clothes before Christmas. So,
wow.
Yeah, weird, huh? So,
yes.
I think it comes from traditionally in Iceland, people would, obviously it's a really cold country, so people would like do a lot of work with wool and the sheep there to make all their winter clothes. So it was a way to say, hurry up, finish making your clothes and give them to your family. If you don't do it in time, then the people without those new clothes will be eaten by a giant cat. So get a move on.
Okay, this one is, a bit more of a darker Christmas story. I was talking to one of my students recently, Camille, and he shared with me Krampus, and I'd also never heard of Krampus.
Krampus? What is this?
Krampus in Central Europe. So it's, I think, Austria. He said he participated in the Krampus parade in Germany. Okay. So it's a half goat, half demon creature. And unlike St. Nicholas, who gives presents, this Krampus punishes naughty children. And he said in the parade, they would chase people with sticks or these kind of whisked brooms and smack their legs. And it's very theatrical, but it's the December 5th. So it's to, keep kids in line ahead of Christmas.
Wow. It's like the anti-Santa.
Yeah, that's a perfect way. The anti-Santa. I'm a big lover of Halloween, so I'm now going to be on an obsession to one day make it to see Krampus in Germany.
Sounds fun, kind of scary at the same time. I'll let you go see that, and I'll take myself to Japan for KFC Christmas, I think.
All right, okay, fair enough. Bring me some back.
That's unlikely. I'll bring you the gravy. How about that?
Excellent. Save the gravy. I still disagree. I think the gravy's lovely. Any other weird worldly Christmases you can think of, or unique traditions?
Every year we have the Queen's speech in the UK. Do they broadcast that in Canada?
I don't know for fact.
Ooh.
Probably. I don't know if it's such a thing to watch it. It hasn't been in my family.
So yeah, it's like it's a Christmas Day thing on TV at like 3 p.m. and it's been running since, I've got the date here, 1932, so nearly 100 years. Of course, the Queen is sadly dead, so it's now the King's speech. But yeah, she or he comes on TV and says some great things and wishes everyone a happy Christmas. I think it's about 10 minutes long. And sort of the older generation, so mums and dads and grandpas and grandmas, they really love it, and they're like, everyone shut up, we've got to watch this, and we all sit down and watch it. And it's it's pretty anticlimactic, but it is a bit of a weird tradition, I think, to sit down and watch this sort of 10 minutes of television. And yeah, millions of people in the UK will tune into it, even if they're only kind of half watching it while munching chocolate or something.
I'll do my research. I'll have to ask at home. I don't think we have anything super unique in Canada. Nothing extraordinary. Maybe eggnog is the only thing, and it's another food item I'd forgot to mention before.
I like eggnog. We have that in the UK as well.
Really?
Yeah. I always put it down as an American thing, though. like an import from America, like the USA. But is it?
Yeah, we're nuts about it in Canada. That's like the highlight is when the eggnog hits the stores, you know it's Christmas season. And for those that don't know what this is, most people don't. It's a drink that's made with heavy cream, egg yolks.
Sounds horrible, but it's nice.
It sounds awful, but it's really good. Sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, and it's actually particularly nice if you mix some spiced rum in it.
I've just Googled this. Eggnog is widely believed to have come from early medieval Britain, though
There you go.
it evolved significantly after arriving in American colonies. So it came from the UK.
And we stole it from you guys and made it
Americans
ours.
stole it and kind of put more sugar in it.
Yeah, it needs a little more sweetening.
Who knew?
I hope people will write to us, tell us some of the other interesting Christmas traditions they have or they've participated in, even in other countries.
Yeah. And I think also some people kind of customize Christmas a little bit, do their own
Yeah, it's good to hear.
versions of it and their own activities and family stuff. So, there's traditional Christmases, but there's always ways that you can put your own personal spin on things, which is nice, I think.
Yeah, so share them with us. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Share fun things. What do you guys do for Christmas? What's different or what's traditional? What do you love?
Yeah, I'm going to remind our listeners YouTube has a comment section. Please populate
Yes.
the comment section with comments. We want
Yes.
to hear them. Steph, I'm going to let you get back to your wrapping of presents and preparing is it pumpkin pie this year?
Yeah, I might just put on an autobiography of Krampus to get my daughter to sleep and wrap my presents.
Sounds terrifying. Okay.
All right.
This may be our last podcast of 2025.
Yep.
Possibly. But who knows? We may jump in before the end of the year. But if we don't make another one, happy Christmas, everyone, and happy New Year. May 2026 be really, really awesome for you all.
Yes, same thing here. Have a beautiful Christmas, everyone. And I hope whatever traditions you're celebrating, it's amazing.
Thanks, Steph. It's been nice to chat to you. Have a lovely
Thanks.
Christmas time.
You too, James. Bye.
Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.